throughout Europe, workers are able to receive more time off and they get paid because their countries believe it's important that they have the opportunity to stay home with their babies or with their dying parents. Mr. Speaker, it's about time that we move forward in this direction to protect the interests of working people. Since 1990, more than 300,000 workers with serious medical conditions lost their jobs because they had no guaranteed leave. How dare the President of the United States, Mr. Family Values himself, threaten to veto this legislation?
And what my Republican colleagues, almost without exception, want to do now is take us back into the 1920s when a handful of corporations and wealthy people controlled the economic and political life of this nation. I do not believe that is where the American people want to go. In Germany, hard for us to believe, but if children get sick, their parents get up to 25 days of paid leave to stay home and take care of those children. Unfortunately, workers in our country, in this great nation, have none of those benefits. When you look at other major countries, what you find is that the United States is the only advanced economy that does not guarantee its workers some form of paid sick time.
The CDC recommends that people stay home. And unfortunately, about a quarter of U.S. workers don't have paid sick days, don't have the ability to stay home when they're sick or they need to stay home if they're quarantined or they need to take care of another family member. What makes this even worse is that low-wage workers are far less likely to have paid sick days.
It is absurd that low-wage workers in McDonald's, Burger Kings, and low-wage employees all over this country who get sick are forced to work because they cannot afford to take time off. We have got to make certain that in this country, workers have paid sick time. Not only is this unfair to the workers, it is also a public health issue.
There are 500,000 McDonald's workers just like me that have to go to work, whether sick or well, because we have no paid sick leave.
I don't know about you, but I am not crazy about the idea of somebody who is sick coming to work, preparing the food that I eat in a restaurant. Half of our people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you are making 14 bucks an hour or 12 bucks an hour and that check stops coming in, which is the case, how are you going to feed your family? How are you going to pay the rent? How are you going to keep your telephone going? We're not talking about that. And we need to rethink after this epidemic is over where America should be.